Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about FlutterHabit lashes. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a really long time because I am someone who absolutely loves lash extensions. I've had them off and on for the last like almost 6 years and they are just so expensive. I know it kind of differs depending on where you live, but where I live it's usually about $150 to $200 for a full set of eyelashes, and then anywhere between like $85 and $120 for a fill, and that's all the way through classic, volume, hybrid, all of those types. And so obviously that's not super realistic for most people to upkeep all the time. I know it's so worth it for some people. For me, like, I do feel like sometimes it was worth it, but it just currently isn't in my budget right now. This is not sponsored. I wanted to try these lashes out just on my own free will and see how they worked and everything, just getting that out there. Anyways, my sister-in-law told me about this company. She lives in Boston, so it's very expensive to get lashes there, and she was visiting and I was like, oh my gosh, your lashes look so good, like who did you find to do them there? Like they look amazing, they look so, and I just thought they were lash extensions, and she told me that she did them herself and they were called FlutterHabit lashes. And so I got curious and I started doing some research, because if you don't follow my channel, I'm a licensed esthetician, so I have my lash certification, so I have done eyelash extensions before on other people, and I do makeup, so I use strip lashes all the time, so I'm just really familiar with all that, and I'd never heard of these. So I went and looked it up, did some research, and I realized that this company is actually pretty massive, and I never even heard of it before. So basically these are faux mink lashes, and they come in little sections of 5. I will open this up. I have used one pair, and that's the pair that we're going to talk about in this video. I'm filming this after my whole experience just so I can give you like the full rundown, but I will show you like start to finish how to do them, how long they last, all that stuff. But these are the originals. So they come in I think like 6 different styles. I just got the original. I just wanted to give them a shot. I went and ordered them. Basically they come in these sections of 4 clusters, and you use a lash glue that is the strength in between a traditional latex strip lash glue and not quite as strong as a lash extension glue. So these claim to have up to 5 days of wear. I've heard people say they don't last that long. I've heard people say they last way longer. I think it all depends, and I will get way more into that at the end of the video. You've seen how I put them on, me wearing them, what I did in them, etc., and talk about my experience, but the website claims up to 5 days of wear. So basically how these are different from traditional strip lashes or cluster lashes and lash extensions. So strip lashes is just one piece that you glue on top of your eyelash, and you wear it for a day or whatever. You peel it off, you can usually clean them, reuse them a couple times, throw them away. A cluster lash is a little different too, because they are put on like a strip lash and they only last the same amount of time as a strip lash, but they are in pieces like this. And then lash extensions are one single lash attached on top of your natural lash. And if you have volume lash extensions, it's like a cluster of lashes placed on top of your lashes. So what these FlutterHabit lashes are is you take one section at a time and you actually glue them underneath your lashes, in between your waterline and your natural lashes, and you press them like this on top, or underneath, and you kind of glue them to the underside of your lashes. You can kind of customize them, you can cut them if you need to or anything like that, and you'll see me doing them to myself so you can get a better idea. Plus there's like a million tutorials of these on YouTube, but I was just so curious I had to try them out myself and see how they lasted. Now before we even get into it, because I know people, if I don't say this, are going to just comment, this size is way too dramatic and big for my eye, and I quickly realized that when I started putting them on. I was like, holy crap, these are huge. I am going to get a smaller size of these and experiment with them, because just with my eye shape these were way too dramatic, and I will probably just save these for like a special occasion, or like let my sister-in-law use them or something, because they're just too big for me. I thought getting the originals I would be playing it pretty safe and getting like a good size that like works for most people's eyes, but these are just super dramatic. So I'm totally aware they're very extra when I put them on. I'm going to either get the mediums or the shortest ones and see how those work for my eyes, because I think they will be longer wearing and better for my eye shape. Now I will just show you like me putting them on, like my little updates every day I wore them and how they looked, and then my final thoughts. I'm going to be doing a voiceover for this part because I just filmed some like a B-roll and the process of me putting these on. Here's a before. So when you pull the lashes off of the box, you have to take this like clear coating off of it. I just used some tweezers and then I practiced where I was going to put it to make sure that I put it on the exact right spot. I got the glue out and it does come out fast. You have to be pretty careful, and this took so many tries. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna watch. Like, I had to speed it up because this first piece was killing me. It took a million tries. It would not stick to my eye. And I realized I had glue on my tweezers, so make sure you do not get glue on your tweezers. I was getting so frustrated. It was actually kind of comical. I was swearing up a storm, and I don't swear very often. I kind of cut all that out because that would not make me ad friendly on YouTube. I did figure out a few things that ended up helping me later on when I was, working through this process. One of them being, once it's in the right spot, you cannot keep messing with it. You just have to let it dry. And after I correctly placed each section, I just let it be for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes before I went in and tried to like do the next one, or, the bigger sections, like these middle sections, are so much easier to put on. It was way quicker, and I think with every new section I did, I got a little bit better, and I am starting to realize here that they are super dramatic, and I'm like, oh, wow, that's pretty big. One thing that also helped me a ton is when you put the glue on the lash, let it sit there for like 30 seconds to a minute before you try to put it on your eye, because then it's not quite as watery. It's more tacky, and it actually just kind of sits on there without wanting to fall off because of the weight, and it kind of naturally just sticks better once it gets a little tackier. Oh my gosh, I literally look insane. I am so sorry. I look crazy. Getting the opposite eye done was trickier at first because I didn't really know how to hold my tweezers. But once I kind of figured it out, it actually was so easy, and this eye worked so much better and so much quicker. And I just had to finesse them, and here's what they look like with no makeup on. It looks obviously crazy because I have no other makeup on, and I was just kind of shocked with how big they were, but I am all done. Hey guys, so it's the next day and I slept in these last night. These are my thoughts right now. So they are way too big. I'm pretty shocked that this is considered the original size because they're very dramatic, and I feel like the website is a smidge like misleading. I just feel like they're much more dramatic than they kind of like make them out to be on the website, and even on like their social media. They don't really post a lot of pictures of people wearing this size, which is strange because it's considered like their classic original size. And when I'm like looking straight on, they're way too big. If I look down, I feel like they look fine. I should probably take off this middle one and replace it because that's the only piece that's been bugging me. This eye I did correctly and quickly, and it was much easier than my first eye. And with this eye, I'm definitely like, it just feels like regular lash extensions. It's not bugging me at all. There's no irritation. This was like my first eye that I did, and I used like too much glue and had to like take them off and re-put them on. And so there's like a little bit of, it's like a little bit too close to like my actual lash line, and so it's kind of irritating me. But I think that when I do my next set, I'm going to get the happy medium. That's what the next size is called, like the next size down. It's called the happy medium, and it's like this same kind of lash, but it's like not nearly as long, which I think will be perfect. But I feel dumb because now I have like 5 more pairs of this size, and they're just like too big. I should have probably gotten a variety pack to see which size I liked better, but I'm pretty shocked there's like 2 sizes that are technically bigger and more dramatic than these ones, because like these are pretty dramatic. I know some people like love this style, and I feel like my volume lashes when I had them were this dramatic, but I don't know, something about this just feels like way too dramatic for me, and it's fine. I'm gonna keep them on. I'm gonna see how long they last, but I think I'm going to like go online and just get a pair of the happy mediums after I see how long these last. Going to the pool on Friday, so we will see when I swim like what will happen, and once I shower what will happen. So yeah, here is just another close-up look of how they look after sleeping in them last night. Okay, here is a day 2 update. Well, maybe it's day 3. Here is what they are looking like. So I told you guys yesterday that the inside of this one was too long, so I actually took it off and trimmed it. And because it was so long, it was easy to kind of pull off. But now that I've like trimmed it and re-glued it, it is like securely on there. I've felt like they're super secure. I haven't felt like they're coming off at all. So that is what they're looking like. Okay, so I applied these on Tuesday night and they came off this morning. So they lasted me about 4 days. Today is Saturday, by the way. I don't know if I said that. So this first initial application did last me 4 days, which I feel like is really good considering they say up to 5 days of wear time. I probably wouldn't wear them longer than like 10 days just because it can build up bacteria on your eyes and stuff. Honestly, I'm shocked they lasted that long for my initial application because as you can see from the video, I had to like take them off and re-glue them and I kept like screwing up and I had to reposition them. And I feel like the more that I do it, the easier it'll get. And actually, I feel like I know that because even with just the second eye that I did, it was so much quicker than the first one. So I think that when I get a smaller size, I'm going to redo these and give them a shot. And I think the smaller length will stay on my eyes much easier because they're not going to be as heavy, they're not going to be as thick, and I think that I just won't mess with them as much because the other ones were so big I was constantly like touching my eyes. My thoughts are they are a great in between for someone who likes strip lashes but doesn't have the time to apply them every day and someone who cannot afford to get lash extensions. I think they are like the perfect in between. There are pros and cons to them. I'll start with the pros. The pros are they do last multiple days. They last through a shower. They last swimming. Like I said, I went swimming and I showered in them and it was totally fine. They are pretty. They look very like, well, at least the shorter ones do from their photos look a lot more natural. You can brush them out with like a spoolie, just how you use with a lash extension. They blend in your eyelashes really well. And I have pretty blonde lashes and you couldn't even tell. I think that they're a great price point. So this is, I think it's $28 for 6 pairs, which is such a great price point because if you consider 5 days of wear time for each pair, that's like over a month. So if you're paying, you know, $25 to $30 a month for lash extensions, that's way better than going every 3 weeks and paying $100+. So the price point is fantastic. The shipping was quick. They're a US based company, so it got me very quickly. The cons for me, one of them being it was very tricky at first to figure out. If you are not comfortable working around your eyes or gluing things to your eyes or using lash glue, or if you've never applied strip lashes before or anything like that, they're pretty tricky. And I feel like you would need help the first few times from someone who does know what they're doing. I've applied real lash extensions, thousands of them, and it was still hard for me, and that's saying a lot because I'm very comfortable doing that. So it does take practice and it takes finesse. The other con for me is if they're not placed like perfectly, they can be very irritating to your eyes and they're just, you have to like take them off and replace it or else it's just gonna, it'll bug you too much. At least it bugged me too much when it wasn't like perfect. You do have to customize them, like cut them and make them fit right for your eye. I don't think I really have any other cons. Like I really did like them, but I'm just not like stoked because I didn't get the size that I really wanted because I just didn't realize how dramatic these ones would be. And I'm pretty surprised there's like 2 other styles that are supposed to be like more dramatic than those, which kind of shocks me because I like fancy lashes and those were just way too much. I'm going to get a different size and give them a shot, and I can just update you guys later in a vlog on how I like those and how long they last and everything. But I think that's all for this video. I am not affiliated with them or anything, but I will leave the link to their website below if you guys are interested. Yeah, that was my DIY lash extension experience, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like beauty, motherhood, lifestyle, fashion related content, that is everything I do on my channel. I do lots of reviews, I vlog, just share my life with you guys, and I love making YouTube videos. It's totally like my passion project right now and just like helping out other women and all that. So anyways, if you guys would leave a like and a comment and possibly subscribe if you like my channel, that would help me out so much. I love you guys so much and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!